The announcement of a ceasefire yesterday and a hostage deal between Hamas and Israel marks a potential turning point in the 15-month conflict that's devastated Gaza, claimed tens of thousands of lives, and drawn global condemnation on Israel. The Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's government, under intense domestic and international pressure, now faces opportunities and challenges navigating the implementation and the ramification of this agreement. An initial 33 hostages, including women, children, and the elderly, are to be freed by Hamas in exchange for hundreds of Palestinian prisoners. A 42-day ceasefire, a cessation of hostilities, is planned, with provisions for negotiating subsequent steps, including the release of remaining hostages. And the deal includes increased access for humanitarian aid. It allows displaced Palestinians to return to their homes, though the extent of reconstruction remains unclear. And Israeli forces will pull back from densely populated areas in Gaza during the ceasefire, potentially creating space for further diplomacy. And Netanyahu's far-right coalition partners, including Itamar Ben-Gvir and Bezalel Smotrich, have vehemently opposed the ceasefire, calling it a capitulation to terrorism. Their potential departure from the coalition could destabilize Netanyahu's government, though opposition leader Yair Lapid has offered political support to secure the deal's passage. These political fissures reflect broader social divisions in Israel over prioritizing hostage recovery as opposed to maintaining military pressure on Hamas. And the deal offers a lifeline for Gaza, where over 90% of the population has been displaced, where infrastructure is in ruins, where disease and hunger threaten millions, and international agencies led by the United Nations estimate over $10 billion will be needed to rebuild the health system alone. Egypt and Qatar, key mediators, have called for rapid reconstruction efforts to stabilize the region and prevent a resurgence of conflict. And despite the ceasefire, the situation remains volatile. Continued Israeli airstrikes in Gaza, even after the announcement, have underscored the fragility of any truce, and Hamas, for its part, has warned that such actions could jeopardize the hostages' safety, and these developments risk derailing the agreement even before it's been implemented. The deal doesn't address core issues such as the governance of Gaza, Israeli security concerns, or Hamas's broader ambitions, and these unresolved matters could lead to renewed hostilities once the ceasefire expires. The involvement of the United States, Qatar, and Egypt has been instrumental, but maintaining momentum will require constant diplomatic pressure and consistent financial investment. The G7 statement urging a credible pathway towards peace highlights the necessity of revisiting the two-state solution as the only viable long-term resolution of this conflict, but that will require significant political will from both Israel and Hamas. And this agreement is a tentative step towards de-escalation, providing immediate humanitarian relief, addressing the hostage crisis itself, yet the underlying tensions, the political complexities, could easily unravel during the ceasefire, and a durable peace will depend on both sides and their international backers moving beyond a short-term calculation to address the deeper-rooted causes of the conflict itself.